Marijuana laws hurt black Virginians more than others. That's according to Governor Ralph Northam, who says it's time for that to stop. Just last week, the General Assembly passed bills to legalize the drug.
Northam points to social equity as just one reason to change the laws. But Dan Kennedy investigated and found it could be too little, too late for some.
All the stuff that comes with it, fines and penalties.
This Hampton Roads man is a proud father, husband, and Navy veteran. The one thing he never thought he'd be is a felon.
I have never been in trouble a day in my life, ever. And this is the first time he ever get in trouble anywhere. And I got the book thrown at me.
Michael, as we'll call him, is telling his story anonymously. He was in his 20s when a medical condition required dialysis and a kidney transplant, and that's when he began experimenting with marijuana.
I was speaking with a nurse, and she just kind of like mentioned it to me, like, hey, you should try it.
Michael did, and he found it worked, but his choice of medicine was illegal in Virginia, and buying it on the black market proved dangerous.
You came close to losing your life?
Yeah, I had a gun drawn on me in Newport News. And the guy robbed me for $160. He could have took more than that night, and I was just happy to make it home to my wife and my son.
Police eventually caught Michael and charged him with 2 felonies, the first and only blemish on an otherwise clean record. And the judge showed leniency, opting for probation instead of prison.
What's that like for somebody who's never been in trouble up till now to have the word felon by your name?
I feel dirty. I feel like I've committed a crime, like a real crime, like I murdered someone, or like I've done something really bad.
Had Michael been arrested this year, the outcome might be different. Virginia lawmakers voted to decriminalize certain marijuana possession last year and allow for medical cannabis sales. Now, Governor Ralph Northam wants to take it a step further and legalize recreational use, pointing to a history of racial disparities as a driving force.
We know that while white people and black people use marijuana at similar rates, black people are 3.5 times more likely to be charged with a crime for it.
For Michael, it's been several years since his arrest. His probation is now over, but his medical issues are not, and neither are the long-term consequences of living life with a felony.
If this is legalized, if your record is expunged, what will you be able to do with your life at that point?
Go back to school, further my career, and just be back to my productive life. I don't have to walk on eggshells.
The key word there, expunged. Michael will always be a felon in the eye of the law unless lawmakers decide to change that too. Tomorrow, in part 2 of our Pot for Profit series, hear from the local prosecutor who says it's time to wipe the records clean for people like Michael. Dan Kennedy, 13 News Now.
The week started on a cool note, but the next